Good evening and welcome to Science Update. Tonight we're diving into a breakthrough in cell biology, one that solves a decades-long mystery about how our cells make energy. Researchers at Yale University have uncovered how coenzyme A molecule essential to life, enters the mitochondria. This discovery could have major implications for medicine and human health. But before we get into the discovery itself, let's step back and understand what coenzyme A is and why scientists have been puzzled for so long.
What is coenzyme A? Coenzyme A, or CoA, is made from vitamin B5 and plays a key role in nearly every major metabolic process, breaking down food, building new molecules, and helping cells generate energy. Here's an interesting fact. While CoA works throughout the cell, 95% of it is inside the mitochondria, the cell's power plant. The mystery? CoA is actually produced outside the mitochondria. For decades, scientists couldn't figure out how it got inside, leaving a major gap in our understanding of metabolism.
And now, thanks to new research from Yale, that mystery has finally been solved, and here's how scientists cracked that case.
Researchers found that coenzyme A doesn't drift into the mitochondria on its own. It is actively transported by specialized proteins. Using mass spectrometry, the team measured CoA levels inside the cells and isolated the mitochondria. They found direct evidence that the mitochondria import CoA from outside. When the genes for these transporters proteins were removed, the mitochondrial CoA levels plummeted, proving the transporters are essential. Even more, the enzyme that produces CoA remains outside the mitochondria. That means mitochondria rely entirely on this transport system to get CoA they need. Discovery that fills a critical gap in our understanding of cellular energy management.
So, what does this mean for human health? The answer could be far-reaching.
Coenzyme A is crucial for producing ATP, the molecule that powers nearly every function in the cell. Without CoA inside the mitochondria, cells struggle to generate energy. Understanding how CoA enters the mitochondria could help explain why some cells fail to produce enough energy. This insight may lead to treatments for mitochondrial-related conditions such as epilepsy, muscle disorders, and neurodegenerative diseases.
Hi, so now we could talk about the connection to the classroom. So with organelle structure and function, mitochondria have two membranes, so molecules like CoA need to transport proteins to get inside. And with metabolism and energy, CoA links glycolysis to the Krebs cycle and helps break down fats. And with the membrane transport, this is a good example because it shows how proteins control what enters an organelle. And together, these concepts show how cells keep their metabolism running efficiently. And the implications don't stop in the classroom, they also extend to real-world medicine and research.
Now that scientists know how CoA enters mitochondria, they can study what happens when this transport system fails. Problems with CoA transport may contribute to neurological diseases, muscle weakness, and metabolic disorders. Understanding this system could lead to treatments that restore proper energy production. Researchers are also investigating how CoA transport changes with aging, stress, or disease, opening new avenues for maintaining mitochondrial health throughout life.
So let's bring it all together.
Scientists have solved a major biological mystery: how coenzyme enters the mitochondria. By identifying the transporter proteins responsible, they've opened doors to better understanding and potentially treating diseases linked to energy failure. Even in 2024, we are still uncovering fundamental details about how our cells work. Each discovery brings us closer to transforming our understanding of life and health. Thanks for watching Science Update. Stay curious and stay tuned for more breakthroughs in science and technology.